Hi guys! Today we are going to review the best jewelry pieces which we have created over the last month. And before we start, let me quickly remind you the rules. As all of these jewelry pieces were designed in accordance to the wishes of their current owner, we do not welcome critics here, especially in a rude form, because again, this piece was made by someone's request, and we do not want to offend the feeling of the current owner. If you have another vision how the specific ring or necklace can be made, you're very welcome to order something for yourself, and I can promise you we will fulfill your wish and vision 100%. We also do not publish the prices under these videos because the jewelry pieces price are always very individual. It depends on the size of the stone, it depends on the stone itself, it depends on the materials which we use, because sometimes it can be the black gold, sometimes it can be the black silver, and you won't be able to tell the difference by the look, but the price still will be slightly different. However, if you feel like you are interested in one or another jewelry design and you would like to have something similar, just text me directly in WhatsApp and I will be able to navigate you through the different price ranges and available stones and the designs. So let's start. Number one is a very minimalistic design with different colors of sapphires. Yes, sapphires can produce all sorts of hues. Probably only tourmalines can produce the same range of different colors. So please do remember that if you are going to save some money and you don't have the budget for the sapphire, you can always choose a tourmaline, which will be looking also very pretty, but will cost a bit less. In this ring we also have used a little bit of black diamonds to decorate the whole design and to contrast them with the yellow and green sapphires in the middle. Number two is a very minimalistic, slightly gothic design of the pendants with a nice tourmaline. I actually have been underestimating this color of the tourmalines for a long time, and only recently I noticed that this color is actually very well performing in the northern countries or northern parts of the world. So for example, if you are living somewhere in Canada or Switzerland or Russia or northern Germany, this stone will be a perfect choice for you. It will look awesome under the gray sky, which is surprising. Number three is my favorite gemstone, which is the Twilight Spinel. And I do enjoy the play of color in this stone because in different kind of lightings it will be giving you different kind of hues. For example, right now on the video you can see slightly purplish, almost lavender-like hue. But if, for example, you're wearing the stone somewhere in the room or in the restaurant where the light is different, the color will be more like the dark gray sky before the storm, and that looks very noble and very attractive. In this design, the customer decided to combine this beautiful spinel with the classic white diamonds and the white gold. So this is what we usually call the ring for daily usage. It is not too much outspoken, so you can wear it with any kind of outfit. Number four is also a very casual design for a ring. This has been made 100% in accordance to the request of the customer, and that is very simple but also very durable kind of the design, I could tell. In the middle you can see very beautiful garnet from our friends in Tanzania. If you remember, it is that old guy who has got a lot of money, well, definitely enough to move to some bigger city or even to some other country, but he still continues his dwelling in the desert without any proper water or proper facilities at all. So he is very loyal to the place where he was born, I guess. I guess when we will be visiting them, we will make another two wells there to provide people with new sources of water in that region. Number five is my favorite star sapphire. In this case, it's not the black one though, it is the colorless. if to be called scientifically. If not to be called scientifically, it's just white star sapphire. Usually they are mined in Sri Lanka, in Burma, Madagascar or Tanzania, but not very much in Tanzania actually. Specifically this one is from Sri Lanka. The request from the customer was to make it look like the melted meteorite metal. That's why it looks in this way exactly, in order to contrast the sharp and clear star on the stone itself. Number 6 is our very regular guest of this type of videos, is the pendant with the demon Laho, who once decided to go on the side of the good, and since that he is supposed to be a very benevolent companion in your life. Laho demon is supposed to be devouring all the negative feelings, emotions, energies, events, whatever bad, what happens to its owner. And this demon has got an enormous appetite, so it never stops being hungry. Therefore, you could feed it any kind of negative you have got around you and stay calm and peaceful as a newborn yourself. Number 7 is one of my favorite type of the designs. It is the beautiful spinel with the rhodium plated gold. I do love this matte finish. Yes, of course, it will require some maintenance because you can leave the scratches on it, but any kind of the gold or silver or any other kind of the metal would require a maintenance too. Personally, I believe that this type of the coating is perfect to highlight and put emphasis on the beauty of the stone itself. On the side you can see, very familiar to you I hope, Unalon symbol, and if you don't know what it is, please see the video below here because I have been explaining about its symbolics in a very detailed way. If to put it shortly, then Unalon symbol is about self-improvement and reaching your best achievements in whatever you do. Number 8 is a very modern design. I guess the author has been inspired by the waves of the ocean or something like that, but that suits the pearl just perfectly right. And it highlights its natural beauty in the best possible way. This pearl itself is actually also quite precious, and it will be becoming more and more precious every year because the size of the natural pearls grows in price approximately 30% each year. So if you're looking for the investment, you can choose not only from the gemstones but from the pearls as well. Number 9 is very pretty pale pink tourmaline, and I do like that noble color which is not too much of a spoken at the same time, so it can be worn on a daily basis. And the design of the ring with beautiful floral pattern we call Elvian or elfish. It looks super cool in any kind of color, no matter if you are doing the yellow gold, black gold or silver, it will be stunning in all three versions. The stone which you choose also doesn't matter much because again with this design it will be looking just fabulous. Number 10 is a classic cocktail ring. Here we have got a beautiful sky blue spinel and lots of diamonds around it. The design is an Undyne classic, as I said. It's exactly what you want to wear when you have a beautiful dress on, your hair's up, your makeup on, high heels and everything, and you're going out for the beautiful romantic dinner in the restaurant or in opera or something like that. However, nobody will say you a word if you decide to wear this beautiful ring on a daily basis. Why not? If you can afford it, that's all yours. Number 11 is a twilight spinel, and in this case, as you see, it's not going into lavender style of the purple color, it's going into darker purple hues, which you can see, for example, in the night sky. The design is very easy to wear and it's very safe to wear as well because, as you can see, the stone is covered by the little lotus petals from all the sides, so it's sitting tightly within them and it's very unlikely that you will scratch or damage it. Of course you can if you try very hard, but the design is made specifically to be able to avoid it. At the same time, despite the durability of the design, it looks also very light because the ring itself is thin. Therefore, it will be looking very elegant on your precious fingers. Lotus at the same time symbolizes the preservance of the purity of your mind and soul in this world full of nasty dirtiness. And of course, self-development and growth. Number 12 is the ring which design we were creating specifically for the bikers, because for the bikers it's a pain to wear any kind of rings as they rotate on the fingers all the time due to the vibration from the bike, and the stone is always jeopardized. So in this version, the ring sits very tightly on your hands when you're driving the bike, for example. It will never rotate around the fingers. The stone will be safely looking up, and it is also very convenient to wear because of these ergonomic curves to the both sides in order to let your fingers feel as comfortable as possible. As a stone, we have got here the rainbow moonstone, which is not a cheap one actually, if you haven't known. There is, as usual, the hidden layer of gold inside and the lotus pattern. Number 13 is the smart design, because this is not only a necklace, it can also be a bracelet if you fold it in two. The stone here is a beautiful garnet, and the color, as you see, is very much alike rubies. However, the price is not like hundreds of thousands of dollars, much less. At the same time, garnets, unlike rubies, will be very decent behaving in the darker room spaces. Because if you take the ruby, for example, inside of the apartment with the bad lighting or the restaurant with dim lighting, the color will be almost black. The garnet might change the color. It probably could be more into purplish hues, more into maybe darker brownish hues, but it still will be bright and shining and beautiful. That is the bonus of garnets actually. So don't underestimate these beautiful stones. And if you are looking into the rubies, try to consider garnets. They will cost less, but they will shine brighter. Number 14, a cute ring with very nice spinel and minimalistic design. The gemstone sits pretty much nice and tight inside of the ring. However, even that type of the rings are supposed to be maintained by the jewelers professionally every year, because eventually the gemstone will become a bit loose in the ring and it will fall out sooner or later. It will happen with any kind of jewelry if you are actually wearing it, not just keeping it on the shelf. So please don't ignore this advice. Do maintain your jewelry pieces so they would serve you as long as possible. Number 15 is again a luxurious cocktail ring. In the middle we have got the same pin garnet from our favorite friend in Tanzania, that old grandpa who owns a mine. I have been talking about him a bit earlier already. The design have been prompted by the current owner of the ring. It's mostly floral and decorated with white diamonds, the white gold, of course, and a little gothic pattern underneath, a surprise gothic pattern which we like to play with. Number 16 is the techno style ring, as I call it. You see the cutting of the gemstone itself, which is a spinel by the way, looks very much futuristic, and the design is also made in the similar style. We also added the matte finish on the gold to make it look quite unusual and to put emphasis on the beautiful facets and shine of the gemstone. Number 17 is not finished design actually, because first of all we have been collecting the Tahiti black pearls for a long time in order to match the color, and that, I could tell you, is not a simple task at all. By the way, the natural shape Tahiti black pearls is called barocca. You can see our Senior Gems design clasp, and this one is not finished because we are still waiting for the 2 beads from our special African mask collection to be finished. After that, this whole beautiful pearl thread will be sent to the owner. Number 18 is also a very lush ring with a rare black star sapphire. In this case, we are lucky enough to be able to see both the star and the pattern of the gemstone, because usually with the black star sapphires you can see either one of them, but very rarely both of them at the same time. I'm talking about the videos, of course. In real life you will be able to see them both. Just under the camera lens it's really difficult to catch both of these features of the black star sapphire at the same time. I would say that it's also a type of the cocktail ring. We have got white diamonds surrounding the black star sapphire, and the ring looks quite massive, so probably not the best option for the daily usage, but why not if you decide so. Number 19 is a fabulous looking green tourmaline. The design is the most minimalistic of all, so the owner wanted the whole attention to be brought to the stone itself. Therefore we have chosen pale silver color of the metal. I'm not sure if it's the white gold or the silver itself, but it doesn't matter. And the very thin construction where the stone is mounted in. Number 17 is a unique design from our clients. As I see it, it's gonna be 2 hummingbirds holding a beautiful lavender spinel. I may be wrong, I have no idea what does it mean, and I never ask. Whatever fantasy you have got regarding your jewelry piece, it's your fantasy, your idea, your image. Our job is to make it real, without asking inconvenient questions. Because sometimes, it might be a gift, it might be something specific or symbolic for the owner, and not everyone wants to share the secret meaning of their message in the gift to the wide audience. Number 21 is both massive and impressive ring made in the raw African, almost barbarian style. Of course, we have got the bright Masai garnet at the middle stone here and all sorts of sapphires around it. It took us ages actually to collect the needed hues of the sapphires in order to match the pattern in this ring, but we have made it and we are very proud of this job. Number 22 is an eclectic ring which has been made with inclusion of different symbols which we have been implementing in our jewelry designs before, but here, according to the whim of our customer, we made the ring very asymmetrical. So you have got the lotus on one side, you have got the heart-alike looking live tree, and yes, the heart shape is actually connected to the live tree initially, not to the bud shape, which some people can imagine. On the left side we have got the black diamonds, and on the right side we have got the golden unalon symbol, which is the horn from the head of the snake queen Naga. She was supposed to be the one who had helped Buddha himself to reach enlightenment. Number 23 is 100% author design, and also is the customer in this case. I do enjoy how the 3 different bright colors contrast each other and complement each other at the same time in this holistic construction. The beautiful polychrome garnet from Tanzania, bright yellow gold and shiny black gold. Altogether they look absolutely lush and even eccentric in the good meaning of this word. Number 24, again the Elfian design with minimum amount of elements in order not to distract your attention from the gemstone itself, and the same pale pink tourmaline. This is an example actually how the tourmaline looks when it is too shiny, because even though the video is made under the shade, it's still too much of the light, and therefore the color doesn't look as bright as it would look if it was a bit less sunny. That's why I told you this stone is for the people from the northern part of the world. Number 25 is a stunning spinel. I would say that it's almost polychromic one because it has got a bit of purple color and some gentle sparkles of pink, I believe. The final design is the result of the symbiosis of our taste and the desire of the customer, and it turned out to be very nice, I believe. Again, we have got the variation of the lotus flower in the ring and the white diamonds accompanying the whole composition. Number 26 is another successful example of minimalism, and here we have got again the colorless or white, let's call it just white star sapphire. We can see the beautiful pattern of the growth lines, and we can see the very visible star at the same time. At the back of the ring platform you can see some initials. I have no idea again what do they mean, and I do not ask about that. Number 27 is a stunning opal from Ethiopia. It is not the Australian black opal, it is much cheaper opal, but it still looks amazing, I believe. This one has been turned from the white opal into the black one thanks to the carbonization method. There are different methods how to make white Ethiopian opals look almost like black Australian ones, and carbonization is one of them. I believe that the geometry of the ring plays perfectly well with the cabochon shape of the opal, and the beautiful matte finish yellow gold is also the perfect match in this case. Number 28, again my beloved spinel. In this case it's a dark blue color and the design looks very interesting. I cannot tell actually if it's the Unalon symbol on the sides of it or if it's the Elfian style design with some sort of the twigs or other plants growing around the gemstone, but it doesn't matter, it looks beautiful. This open work design looks very light and refreshing on your fingers. At the same time, please pay attention to the way how the gemstone is fixed in it. The metal claps so tight around the gemstone that it is almost indestructible in it. Of course, if you try really hard, you still can scratch or break anything, but with this type of the tightening, it will be extremely difficult to do. So I would say this design is an example of the alliance between the convenience and the beauty. Number 29 is a very delicate looking ring, and I give my standing applause to the author of this ring and to its owner at the same time, because it was actually a very new idea to make the elements which are holding the gemstone itself look like the petal, which are not connected to each other, and they continue to grow into the floral design of the ring itself. So it looks very fresh, very natural, very light at the same time. In other words, extremely inspirational work. Number 30, another variation of the classic cocktail ring. As you see, again we have got the sky blue spinel and the white diamonds sitting around it. That ring looks extremely luxurious, so most probably it's something for the expensive dining out. And do remember please that every 5-6 times you go out with this type of the ring, you bring it to the maintenance if you don't want to lose one of these precious gemstones sitting in it. And it doesn't count if you just were sitting straight without moving your hands, still the maintenance is a must do. Number 31, yes, recognize our beloved friend, it is Lahu, the demon which is feeding on the negative emotions, releasing you from them. The last time it was a star sapphire, this time it's a beautiful garnet. It doesn't matter, any stone sits perfectly well in this type of the necklace. I also forgot to tell that this symbol is so popular in Hinduistic culture and even Buddhist tradition in some Southeast Asia countries, that many temples entrance are made in the shape of the mouth of this demon. Therefore, when you enter the temple, you go through the mouth of the demon, kind of entering inside of it. And when you're going through this mouth-shaped gate, the demon devours and eats all the negative emotions, thoughts, and energy from you. So you become pure and relieved from them. Number 32 is not a spinel but a zircon this time. Please watch our encyclopedia about the gemstones to see how can you recognize the gemstones among all the others. I will remind you quickly that all the zircons are supposed to be heated. It is a necessary process to make them that bright blue, and they're usually mined in two places in the world. It is Cambodia, where I have been to, or Malawi in Africa, where I haven't been to yet. Number 33 is the tourmaline, which I personally picked up among hundreds of them, and I do enjoy how the color plays in it. You see, it's coming from the absolutely colorless side to the beautiful combination of different green hues. The ring with straight and massive elements is highlighting the beauty and the vertical facets of the gemstone without distracting your attention from its beauty at the same time. So it's massive but still very minimalistic at the same time. Number 34, again a beautiful zircon from Cambodia, white diamonds, white gold, minimalistic design, daily usage ring definitely. It will be sitting perfectly well on your pretty fingers if you're doing work, if you're in the office, if you're driving the car, whatever you do. It will be nice, not too much overspoken, but at the same time still brightening up your day. That's it for today. Thank you for staying with us. I hope you enjoyed the monthly portion of the beauty and have got a needed amount of endorphins. So enjoy your day, morning, evening, whatever it is, whenever you are, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.